page? I'm sorry, a specific type of item on your Facebook page, or just connected with the group? Was there something special?
Did I put so what I did was I put the link for my website.
Gotcha. Okay.
That
Very
way
good.
they can click it and you know, look right at it.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Who else?
I have a win.
Let's hear it, Kim.
Well, I mean, everybody knows, most of you know that I've had issues with sharing anything about my website on Facebook. I couldn't even share my email address anywhere, either in the chat or instant message. And I finally got that resolved this week, so I call that a win.
Heck yes. Did they release the domain?
They released everything. I'm free. I'm out of jail.
Did you finally get in touch with Facebook enough, the way I said?
I had to hire somebody actually to do it.
And they had to hound them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She used to work for Facebook, so she was able to get it all done.
Wow.
Done.
Okay, Kim, so I need to know who you hired because I have the exact same problem.
Okay. Her name is
Yvonne,
Marie.
why do you have this problem? I knew Kim's problem, but Yvonne,
So
what's your
the
issue?
reason I had this problem was because when I first signed up for my website, I bought a .net domain instead of .com. And I had no problems for a while. And then all of a sudden, everything started saying it goes against our community standards and our URL and so forth. So we went ahead and changed the name to a .com name, right? So, but now still, when I try to share something off of Facebook to another group or something, that same old message comes up referring to my old website, which I don't even have anymore.
Because with Facebook, what I learned is that no matter what you do, that's why we didn't go ahead and change the domain. If we had gone ahead and changed our company name and get a new domain, they would still block us because it's associated with our personal page.
Yep.
Right, and that's the issue, is I think it's my business Facebook page, even though everything was changed, it's still associated with the old URL.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to get somebody like who I got, Marie, to
You're either gonna have to get somebody, or you're gonna have to do like I did when they blocked us for a COVID post that we did. And I literally spent almost 2.5, 3 weeks, day in and day out, in Messenger, messaging Facebook through with our business account side. I'm not joking. All day, every day, just hounding and threatening and forcing. And it took me 3 weeks. So chances are I'd go the pay side. If I had a vendetta against Facebook, I made it my mission that I was going to get that done for us.
Well, and the weird thing is sometimes it lets me share and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it lets me put my email into a message. Sometimes it doesn't. I never know when and why I will be blocked.
So in the interim, I would reach out to Kim, maybe help her out, kick over whoever you used, send her that info. But in the interim, you need to be playing more of the direct message me, PM me,
Right.
hit me up this way, right? Not trying to share a website or saying, hey, email me here, anything that is.
Well, and I'm not even trying to share a website. Sometimes I try to share some of my posts and it won't let me.
Yeah, I would be very limited in any of the shares that you're doing. It's more you put the message and say you want more info, reach to me directly kind of thing for right now until you get that resolved.
Got it.
All right. Anybody else? Any other wins, shares, anything fun, exciting, cool, not cool?
We had 4 organic leads this week.
What's that, Stephen?
We had 4 organic leads from the website this week.
Boom.
Awesome.
From where?
From where?
Yeah.
Straight off our main page.
No, where'd they come in from?
The internet somewhere. I don't know. They came in from. I didn't look
hole.
I didn't look at the logs to see, but I didn't see the source that the page they came from, if any. But
You don't know which page they opted in from, which page
the main page. They came in from the main page. the index.php or whatever it is.
Mm.
Yeah, so when you get the email, so you probably kind of, if it's coming from the homepage, it's just, the index, but yeah, there is a source.
That's exactly where they came from.
Yeah,
Oh, it
there is
didn't say
something
anything other than,
something else.
yeah.
So it sounds like they hit the homepage somehow and boom, converted.
Yep.
Now,
I've seen other ones come in from pop-up and the other things. This came right straight from index.
cool. Anybody else?
We put our latest rehab up for rent. We had an open house and we got offered $200 more a month than we were asking.
Good gosh.
Mhm.
Nice. That's a good
Love it.
problem to have.
So yes, that was very
Yeah.
exciting.
You ain't got to worry about appraisals with rent.
Mhm.
All right. Anybody else? Going once, going twice? No? All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna, oops, I'll pull something up. I was starting to. Okay. I wanted to pull the exact one up that I was referencing and using as our little talk last week. We're gonna have a quiz again. You guys ready? Open up your chat and get ready to type in the chat box. If you weren't on the call last week, take your best stab at it and see if you passed the quiz. What did we say last week is the definition of digital marketing? Throw it in the chat. Steven, what are you trying to anticipate? Don't cheat and look at the chat. Write what you think. So we got things like anything not analog. Kim, anything not analog. I almost was going to yell at her for copy and paste, but she has an extra word in it, so it's not copied and pasted. Yvonne, email, online, internet. That's a good one. Computer, phone device. Sophia, that's a good one. Tony, getting results from the internet. Not really the definition. That's what we want is the results. Absolutely. John, online, not physical. Absolutely. Anything online. Yes. Anything on a computer, phone, or internet. That's a good one too, JP. All right. So with that, second question. We went over a bunch of different examples of digital marketing. List at least 3 types of digital marketing. See, we got blog, social website, Facebook, Google, SEO. Yep, those are all right. Email, text, yes. Social media, email, website, yes. Facebook, email, videos, emails, radio, TV, email, social, video. Okay, so you guys that were on last week, remember those that weren't on, you're taking good stabs on there. So. Actually, Roger, anything you want to add into this or do any questions you might have? A pop quiz question around that topic last week before I shift us here. I wanted to see how well they paid attention.
No, I'm reading through the results here. I think they paid pretty good attention.
I think they did.
Yeah. No, this is actually really good. I'm looking at the whole list and looks pretty full. I'm trying to see if there's anything missing that I would add, but I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. Sure, if we dug in, we'll find one or two, but for the most part, you guys kind of got it, right? So with that, I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into the was last week good, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to go deeper into that, or should we just talk about something completely different?
I'm fine with
Do
whatever direction you guys want to take us.
You're fine with whatever direction, Stephen? All right, well, we're going to talk about how to grow grass. Okay. That sound good?
What kind of-
Stephen's
what
good
kind
with
of-
wherever we go. I'm trying to figure out how to grow grass in our backyard right now. So
How are you going to market that digitally?
I'm not trying to market it. I just want it to grow in my backyard.
Is it the grass that you smoke
No, I know how to grow that grass. No.
and market it?
Just get turf. We have turf here in Phoenix.
Oh, trust me,
You
I
can
want
grow anything.
I want to, but I was told no. We have to have grass in the backyard because of the dogs. All right, so with that, I'm gonna share over here on my iPad so I can do some drawing. Right. Actually, here, hold on. Before I share, so I can still see everybody. Stop that share. Go in the chat and write in what you think I mean when I say sales and marketing alignment. Sales and marketing alignment. What does that mean to you? I'll give it a minute to see what comes in. So we got stuff like saying the same thing. Make sure your message matches your service, where they agree with the outcome. Salespeople are given the same message as your marketing material. They don't conflict with messaging. That's a really good answer, Stephen. When your sales reflects the amount of marketing you do. No. Or how you market will lead to how they're working. And I'm trying to read and it's changing on me. My posts and videos, blogs all feed on each other so they direct the seller to me. That's a pretty good piece. Aligning your copy, hook, story, offer, and creatives that target your audience. That's it. John, that almost sounds like you copied and pasted from Google. Did you? Or is that really your writing? You can unmute and say it. Nope. Okay.
Nope, that's all me.
Okay. I like it. But it almost sounded like a featured what's it called? Roger, I'm drawing mind blanks here.
Featured snippet.
Yeah,
We're
featured
gonna have to give
snippet.
them the featured snippet for this
Yeah.
call, man. That's pretty good.
Okay, so pretty good, right? Pretty good in there. The best one that I saw in here, Stephen, you nailed it pretty solid with yours. John, yours is actually pretty tight in there. But why I'm saying Stephen really nailed it. The sales people are given the same message as your marketing material as they don't conflict with the messaging. Now, what he's saying isn't necessarily exactly correct. But when we say sales and marketing alignment, in essence, what Stephen's putting here is the sales individuals are aligned and in tune with what the marketing individuals or the marketing message that's going out is, and vice versa. Marketing has to be aligned and in sync with what is being said from a sales standpoint. Okay. I know many of you guys operate as single owners, right? You are your business. You are the marketing side. You are the sales side. It's not like you have teams. Some of you guys on the call, some of the different companies on here, you've had the flexibility. Stephen's a good example of that. He's got individuals that are only doing the marketing side. He's got other people that are getting on the phones, like his wife, and handling all of the stuff. Stephen doesn't handle so much of that part of it. So in that case, right, there's got to be this alignment. A lot of times, operations are very busted apart in a sense. I'll give you an example, real life example. All of us pretty much on this call, with the exception of a very select few, come from a certain organization, right? That organization has a huge sales team. It also has a huge marketing arm. And there was a period of time where those two teams operated independently. Marketing did what marketing wanted to do. Sales did what sales wanted to do. Marketing said what marketing wanted to say. Sales said what sales wanted to say. Marketing put out information that it felt like it wanted to put out. Sales never really paid attention to it, nor requested or wished. They created their own stuff over here. And when you have a disalignment like that, do you guys think that could create conflict, not just in the business, but could it create conflict and confusion for the customer? Absolutely. So when we talk small business and we're looking at our website, Roger and I talk about this all the time. Your website should be your number one sales and marketing tool. Well, for something to be your number one in two categories, sales and marketing, can it be independent or does it have to have alignment?
Alignment.
Alignment.
Absolutely. Do elements of the website need to support the sale process just as much as other elements need to support the marketing element?
Yes.
Absolutely. The goal of marketing, right? Go back to our definition last week. The goal of, or what we said digital marketing was. Who remembers the exact definition or some of the key words that I used in that definition of what digital marketing was around?
Online marketing is the promotion of brands to connect with potential customers.
The promotion, right? That was the key piece to take away from there. The promotion of the business, not the what. I harped on this last week. We're not doing what, we're promoting.
Selling.
We're not selling, right? It's not the sales of a business. It's not the selling of a business. It's the promotion of a business. So promotions, the job of a promotion, right? Roger talks about doing a press release, right? We're going to do a press release. We're going to push that out. That's a promotional type piece of digital content going out, right? We're promoting something about a business, putting it out there to the mass eyeballs as much as we can. What's the job of that press release? Is it to get people calling me, or is it to get eyeballs on something my business is doing?
Get attention to something that you're doing in your business.
Eyeballs onto it, right? What's the first stage in the customer journey?
Awareness.
Awareness equals eyeballs, right? So the marketing side of our website, right? The marketing end of it, the job of our marketing is to do what? Create deals or get eyeballs?
Get eyeballs.
Get eyeballs. Our digital marketing's job is about getting as many eyeballs on something as possible, on us as a business, right? Around our products, our services, what we do. The sales job of your business is to what? What's that, Stephen?
Oh.
You're muted.
Sell, bring in people, do the closing.
Convert.
Bird leads the sales.
Right? Simple as that. The job of sales is to convert the eyeballs that marketing's bringing onto it into customers, into people we can do business with. So when Roger and I talk about this website should be your number one marketing and sales tool, we should be leveraging our website to do both. Draw traffic in, right? Get eyeballs on. A lot of what Roger talks about from an SEO standpoint lands in that category. How do we get showing up in more search results? How do we get our content being searched for and showing up? How do we get people paying attention to it? How do we get eyeballs onto those blogs and reading those blogs? The whole point of that is to just get the eyeballs there, right? SEO, its job is to what? Promote or sell the business?
Promote.
Promote.
If Roger tells me, hey, so-and-so client, we're running this campaign, we've been doing this, and over the last 30 days, we are ranking here, here, and here, and traffic to the website off of that is equaling 1,000 pings a month, is the SEO doing its job?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Right? It's 100% doing its job. It's got the traffic on it. It's got eyeballs on it. It is not the job of marketing to do the sales job, right? That's where the selling comes in. The sales side. How do we convert eyeballs coming onto our website into opportunity? Now falls into the category of our sales side. This is why sales and marketing have to be aligned. Sales have to understand what marketing's saying, bringing the traffic, because if the sale pitch of your business is different than what brought somebody in, am I going to be confused as the customer? Yeah, you've got a storefront, and out front, you're telling me that you're selling cheesecake, my favorite dessert in the world. And I walk inside and you have no cheesecake, and instead you're selling sushi.
And switch.
Exactly, bait and switch, right? I'm going to be a little irritated. I came in thinking I was getting cheesecake, which is my favorite thing in the world. I'm all excited. I walk through the door and I find out that you're selling me raw fish. And we're laughing and we're shaking our heads and all these other things. But I bet you if you start paying attention a little bit more, you'll start realizing that a lot of companies do this. And they don't even realize that they're doing it. They're just saying whatever they feel like they need to say because that's what's going to get eyeballs on it. But it really doesn't align with the actual process, product, service, brand, message, whatever that they sell.
Well, perfect example of that is if your website says this is one of the benefits you're going to bring to a customer, and then you wind up getting someone in sales to talk to them, and the customer says, well, yeah, I like that aspect of working with you. And they say, well, we don't do that. Well, you got a problem. You just
Absolutely.
lost the lead.
Absolutely. Is this all making sense so far?
Mhm.
So with that, I will start my share now. We're going to go to the whiteboard and have some fun and draw some stuff out. How many of you guys have heard the term value ladder when it comes to business? I'm going to try to expand this a little bit more to see more of you guys. John, you said, I saw your hand. Anybody else heard the term value ladder?
Mhm.
Okay. So only a couple. So I'm going to go over it. Value ladder is this. Our customer goes through a journey much like a staircase with us. The bottom of our value ladder, the bottom of our staircase, if we were going to do it in dollar signs, would be something like this. Has anybody ever been on Yelp and you look at a restaurant and it gives you the dollar signs, and more dollar signs means what?
More costly
Expensive.
dinner.
More costly, right? More expensive. Less dollar signs equals cheaper, right? Our customers, when they come to us and work with us, whether we're a product, service, doesn't matter, not all of them are ready for this. The most costly thing. Sometimes they come in and they're only ready to do this level of business with us. Now, some of your real estate people, I see it already happening. The gears are turning in your head. You're like, I only sell one thing, Shawn. My value ladder, my thing with my business is this. That's my only offer. That's all I got. One thing. They got to do a lot of business. They got to give up a lot of money to me. What's the problem with this right here?
That's a
Could
hard
blow
sell,
them out of the
man.
water. You can totally confuse them.
Say that again,
And
Steven?
it's-
Really hard sell.
That's a really hard sell. Because it's just one thing, right? Real estate, what is this one sale? What is this right here?
The property.
That's what that is. Right? Sell me your house. Sell me your shit. Sell me everything you've got. Call me today and get a free cash offer. AKA, I want to buy everything you got. So you see how when our marketing is saying all this other stuff, we care, we do this, we want to help you, we meet you where you're at, we're trying to help you this, we can help you with this, we can help you with this, we can help you with this, but then they reach out to us and all we're focused on is, hey, I want to give you an offer on your house. Do you see how suddenly the confusion kicks in? Right? Suddenly it's like, whoa, that's not what I was expecting. And I'm not saying all of you guys do this, but I bet you can look around your own marketplace and you know competitors that this is how they operate. They just say whatever they need to say to get the phone to ring, and then they're just all about stealing deals, right? Getting the people out of there as fast as they can. So when we start talking around this concept of sales, marketing, alignment, blah, 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 the value ladder, I wanted to make sure you guys understood what the value ladder was first, because in this journey that our sellers are going through, the more they move, the more they move up the ladder with us in terms of value of business they're doing with us, what is this building between us and them?
A relationship.
Rapport, trust.
Loyalty.
Yes, trust, loyalty, feeling more safe with us, right? Now I'm gonna throw a little fun monkey wrench on all of this. Who's seen this type of a diagram before?
Oh, that was on the Weather Channel.
Who's seen something like that before? Liz, what is that?
It's a funnel.
What do you mean
So
a funnel?
Well, you're gonna catch them, hook, story, offer. So give them the hook, funnel them down in to get them to buy. So hook them with something and send them down through your funnel to get them where you want to be at the bottom to purchase your product or do business with you. So give them a little bit of information and get more specific as you go down and offer them more.
Okay, so is it safe to say that this could be a sales funnel?
Yes.
Where else have we seen this used? What are these red arrows?
Potential leads.
Leads from what?
Marketing.
Marketing funnel.
Marketing funnel, right?
Those are Max's legs.
So we've got a marketing funnel, we got a sales funnel, and they both can actually represent the exact same thing, but here's the problem with them. What's at the end of this? How many options?
One.
One. And yet this right here is what most businesses focus on. Pump as much opportunity, right? Eyes in, filter them out so that they can get one thing from me. But we just talked about down here, we know people that do business with people and businesses, they're not always going to be ready to jump right here to the top, right?
Okay.
So going back to sales marketing alignment, what should a diagram really look like? How many funnels should we really have?
From your example, 5.
One for each step.
Explain that, John. You're
You
100%
should have
correct.
one. You should have one for each step in your value ladder.
I gotta get a clean section on my board here. John's 100% correct. What it should really be is, let's say we've got 3 offers, right? Our value ladder, the sales side of our business, you have to think of it like a ladder. I've got to move people along this journey. The ultimate goal is they start to build more trust with me, therefore they will do more, right? Down here at the bottom of my ladder, I need something very cheap, even free. And as they grow with me, the value, the dollar value of the worth of that individual can grow, right? But I know not everybody is ready to be at the top of my value ladder. Not everybody's ready to do business with me at my primary service. So I have to create other things to be able to service and help, that builds trust, that leads them where? Yvonne, where do you think we want to lead them to?
To the top step.
Right here, right? So these down here, their whole job is to move that person up, right? Which means, to John's point, if I've got a marketing funnel that I'm pushing people into, pushing eyeballs, that's the job of the marketing side, right? Pushing eyeballs in. Those that make it to the bottom of this one should be for here. Which means I need to do what now?
Refunnel them to another funnel.
I need to move them along the journey. So at some point, that free person, to get them from here to the next stage, I got to get them into the next process that lets them filter through, and those that make sense to get here, get here. And these ones, same thing, right? Until I ultimately get them to here. Is this part making sense? This up top on this initial part, this is our, oops, ran out of real estate there. This is our marketing plan that starts the whole process. What Roger and I focus on a lot here at Top Results with you guys is helping you from a what type of marketing plan? Digital or analog?
Digital.
Digital, right? Our digital marketing plan is what starts this whole process that we see here on the screen. Everything else through this process, I wish I had a couple more colors on here. Once they get into this initial funnel right here and work their way through, all of this is our sales process. Because at some point, somebody's either going to make their way to the bottom down here, but what if somebody kicks out of this piece because they're realizing the offer at the opportunity, right? The crumb that they're about to get at the bottom of this funnel isn't what they actually need. They actually need this over here. Can they be able to jump over to here? And as they start to go through the sales process of this, maybe they realize even that's not enough. I am ready for this up here.
Is this kind of like nurturing the client, nurturing the customer?
Bing, bing, bing. This whole piece is the sales process of your business. But what helps funnel people out or funnel people through these elements? This right here. Our marketing plan. So our marketing is actually what's responsible for all of this. But our sales process, how we actually move the customer through stage to stage to stage, is the job of our sales process. This is what I mean by sales and marketing alignment. They have to be working in sync. To go a little deeper into this, and I'm going to go to questions here in a second. Let's say Steven is my sales rep. I'm head of marketing, and I'm doing all this marketing, and I've got eyeballs coming through. And Sophia happens to be somewhere in this region of our process. When he connects with her, when he talks to her, she's gone through something, right? Something brought her in, something got her engaged, something moved her down the track a little bit more. Would it be vital for Steven to know that as the salesperson, knowing what marketing has been intriguing her and drawing her through the process?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Funny you mentioned that, because I just like right before this call added another attribute to our CRM. It says lead source.
My folks that are on HubSpot, you guys have heard me talk about, this is one of my like favorite elements of it. If Sophia went through our process and was sitting here watching JP's case study, when she decided to book a call, right? Decided to come down here to our free offer of book a call to talk about her digital marketing. And she spent 10 minutes on that case study, watching JP, reading about it. She also clicked on a few other links and checked out our portfolio. She checked out our pricing page. By the time I talked to her, right, in this sales process now, is that super valuable for me to know what intrigues Sophia? Yeah, when I nonchalantly say, actually, you're in real estate, so is this individual over here. Let me show you an example of one of our clients. One of my favorite friends and a good buddy of mine, somebody I've known for years. He's a powerhouse in real estate. And I wrap up and pull up JP's website. And she's like, how the heck did he know that I like JP's website or that I was paying attention to something JP was doing?
I know what you did now.
You
Sounds
think
like
that's
this is
valuable,
happening.
yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if all of a sudden I notice, hey, nobody is clicking on, let's go sales and marketing alignment a little deeper here. I go to Roger and I go, hey, man, nobody is clicking on this page or this page. And we're spending a lot of time trying to put a lot of valuable stuff to this section of the website, but no marketing is drawing attention to that. And when I'm from the sales side, it's not doing anything. It's not converting and helping in the process. Is that valuable information back to the marketing side to say, hey, let's not waste our time on that? Absolutely. Or, hey, Roger, everybody seems to be clicking on JP's case study because he's the only one on there that's real estate. And everybody's clicking on it. They're watching it and they're booking calls from it. What if we add a few more in the real estate space? You think that's going to help the sales side? Absolutely. Right. Now, JP's case study, and there's literally a case study from JP. That's why I'm using that example. We have a case study with JP on our website, right? And he's the only real estate one on there. That's sales going to marketing and saying, hey, let's align a little better. As a sales department of the business, that's a value resource for me, right? It helps answer some questions that I otherwise would have to get on a call and answer. So marketing's doing its job, drawing attention in. They're getting to a valuable resource that's supporting the sales side of things. Sales is in tune. They understand, they know, they see. We're able to now, as a sales side, use the marketing to help convert. Is all this making sense? Yes?
Well, this is a lot like if someone goes into the marketing funnel here, Shawn, and they said they like the fact that you can close quickly. I'm just using something from our messaging. And then the sales people get up there and say, why did you call us? What intrigued you about our website? Rather than knowing already that they're interested in this particular part of the business. And then that's your hook to move them through the steps.
Absolutely. What I'm going to challenge you guys to look at is how many of you are trying to operate like this. When in reality, back here behind the scene, you have this to offer. But for some reason, there's a wall there and nobody sees it. Nobody knows it. And I'm not picking on real estate, but it's the industry that I see as one of the biggest culprits. That's the only offer that we're putting out. That's the only message that our marketing puts out. That's the only thing that we try to find. And we get frustrated because we're finding leads, right? We're finding eyeballs. People are engaging with us. They're paying attention to us. They're checking out our website. We see that there's traffic on our website. Analytics tell us that. But nobody's filling out my form, Shawn. Nobody's calling me, Shawn. I'm doing all these social posts, but nobody's calling me, Shawn. Nobody's asking me for that cash offer, Shawn. Does anybody feel like this sometimes? here's why. And I'm going to leave it at that, and then we'll go to questions. In this journey of our customers, they're kind of going along this path. Over here, they're ready to buy. They're ready to make a decision. Over here, they have a question. They're still trying to figure it out. And what moves them from here to here is the information. And they're going to get the information one way or another because they have to move, right? They've got to move to there's something here that's got them doing something. They've got to get over to here. They've got to take care of the situation. They've got to make a choice, and they're just trying to figure out where they want to go and how they want to get there. However, 1% roughly, 1 to 3, but it's a little lower to the 1 to 1.5% of people are in this stage right now. Which means there's how many people sitting over here? What percentage of people? If this is 1 to 3, what's this over here?
97,
95 plus.
99.
What is my little face?
Roughly 97 to 99% of people are in this phase right here. They've got a question that they need answers to, and they can't figure out how to solve it. Or they've got a problem that they don't know what the options are. It's all that's going on in their head. The people that we market to, that there's one of two things. They've either got a problem that they can't figure out the solution for, or there's a result. There's something they have to have or do, and they don't know how to get it.
Or they don't
They don't know
trust
how to
you.
achieve it.
Or they don't trust you yet.
No, I'm saying the people you're marketing to,
Okay.
this is all that's going on in their head.
Mm-hmm.
One of two things. They've either got a problem and they don't have a clue how to solve it, or there's a result. There's something that they want and they don't know how to get it. It's your job's, your business's job, the marketing and sales of your products and service. Their job is to inform these people on how to solve the problem or how to achieve the result. And through informing them, we move them along this journey to be ready to buy from us. And what we're essentially doing here, Sal, your point, we're building the trust with them to get them there. But too often, business is so focused right here. Trying to funnel the 1%. Trying to market and talk directly to the 1%, and that is it. And all that eyeballs on your website, all that traffic that's coming, all those people that are reading your social posts and paying attention, and maybe they're clicking the like button, but they're not really doing anything else, or the heck, they're not even clicking like or love. They're not, but we know because, well, Facebook and Instagram, the analytics says my post was in front of 300 eyeballs today, but nobody did anything. It's because that 300 is right here. But where was the message directed?
Mhm.
The message was here, and they're not ready for that.
So Shawn, how does this translate into the message that we have to present on our website? The texting, should it be more broad-based with lots of bits of information, different pieces of information to kind of capture people's attention? Because I think most people are just very, like you said, very focused and specific with like cash offer, and that's it.
Great question. Roger, I'm going to put you on the spot. You ready?
Yep.
Many of you guys know Roger is not really the head of our marketing or sales side, right? Roger's the head of what department? Well, he is the brains, Andrea. Yes. That's why I call him Google Nader.
Ooh.
What side of our business does he run? If he doesn't run marketing or sales, we are
Well,
a service-based company. What's he do? Say that. I think JP, you said it.
fulfillment.
Fulfillment. He's the head of the fulfillment side, right? But I pull him over to the marketing and sales quite a bit. Our Web Buzz podcast, for example, I pull him to the front. Roger, how many different ways do we have to funnel people into TRC right now?
Oh man, multiple. We got an entire octopus actually. So yeah, our main, yeah, to Sean's point, our main funnel could be just websites, right? Just talking about websites and just doing maybe picking one of the many things that are out there that we can do, maybe the podcast. But to Sean's point here is we have the podcast, we have email marketing, we have social media, we have multiple different things offline. We have our networking kind of efforts. So we have multiple channels, Sean, to your answer to your question.
How many of those drive into the website? Let's start there.
All of them.
All of them, 100%. So we can drive traffic to our podcast. Do we charge for that? No.
No.
So on the value ladder that I drew, where's it at? The first step or the top step?
It's the first step.
First step. It's a free step, right? There's 26 episodes and counting on there right now. Jam-packed value, knowledge. If any of you guys paid attention to it, you know it's a lot of value information, right? So somebody's got a problem they're trying to figure out or trying to get a result with their digital marketing and all these other things. We could drive traffic to that. They could probably find some of that information there. What else do we have, Roger, off the top of your head on the website?
We have the podcast, we have the master class, we have our case studies you mentioned earlier. We have our sample product or sample projects that we're showing kind of what we've done in the past. We've gotten leads from just that. People just going, looking at our work, saying, hey, they don't even look at anything else. They just like the designs that we have. And that funnels people through. There's little things too, credibility pieces as well that are important, things that we're associated with. You'll see kind of a thing on towards the bottom. There's a section of different companies that we partner with that we use as a foundation. Some people look at that as credibility on what our foundation looks like, what we build on. Yeah, those are a few just off the top of my head. Actually, a big one too that I know JP has kind of taken advantage of as well. Sean's a veteran, right? So we put that on there. There are many people that look at multiple companies, and because of a certain credential or experience or something like that, they will do business with you because of that. So there's multiple ways that you guys can kind of look at your own business and see where what kind of credibility, what kind of credentials, things that you can put on your site, and you can communicate with us, and we can come up with some kind of badges or something like that to put on there.
Well, Roger, you make a good point, because the credibility pieces at the bottom and the veteran status is what really did the final piece for my son and I to join you guys. So it did grab us, but that's us. Something else will grab some other people. But like you're
Absolutely.
saying, you got to put everything in there.
What's the big piece that falls into our free thing that we have on our website that helps the ranking power?
Is it the free console?
Roger, what is it? It's a huge page. There's a lot of articles.
Or you talking about our blog?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What
So
did
the
I just say?
content- that
There's one of
content
two
is
things going on in their head.
Yeah.
What's one of the biggest resources we have that helps bring clarity to one of those two questions, one of those two things going on in their brain? Our blog. Traffic drives into the blogs. Well, guess where the blogs then drive over to?
The website.
The next
Website.
funnel,
Next funnel.
Oh.
which is our 7-step process to online domination, which is a mini course that teaches them everything they need to do, that funnels that person down to our next tier, the cheaper purchase price. And that is, hey, you don't want to do this on your own. We can absolutely help you with building out your website and getting you kicked off in a foundation package. And then what's the next value piece in the foundation package that moves somebody to the next tier? See who can guess it.
That's a hard one, Sean. That's a hard one.
Hint. You're all on it right now.
You're on it. You're right here.
Training.
The Monday night call. It's the value piece of the next tier, right? Our free tier, our next tier is our foundation package. But what do Roger and I do to help nurture, build trust, build rapport, bring people along and move you to the next sets of levels with TRC? We spend an hour plus every single Monday night with you, teaching you, helping you grow and scale your business. Why? When you go out there and you do some of the stuff that Roger and I say, and you get results out of it, what just happened?
You confirm what you just talked about.
All of a sudden, Roger knows what he's talking about a little bit more.
It's
I'm going to
trust.
listen to Roger a little more. Or holy crap, Shawn was actually right. I might want to start paying a little more attention and be on those calls a little more frequently, right? The trust level is starting to move up. You solved that problem, but guess what? Now you have another problem you're trying to get an answer to, or another result you want to get to. So where are you going to get the information? I'm going to go back to the people I'm starting to have trust with, TRC. All right. And that's us. That's our value ladder. That's the way that we move people through. Our packages are designed. Roger and I know that the foundation package alone, as it stands, cannot create online domination. There's way more to it. But is everybody ready when they start working with us to be at our accelerator and dominator levels, buying a product that's $2,500 a month or $30,000 a year is the way that I like to look at it. Not everybody coming to us has a $30,000 marketing budget, right? So we designed products and services to move them along, to get them the results, to create the budget to get to that point. Now that's us, right? My real estate folks, is everybody you talk to ready to sell today and get an offer on their house today? No. So if they're not ready today and that's all I'm leaving them with is, well, the only way I can help you is give you an offer. And then we expect to follow up with them in 3, 6, 9, 12 months from now, and they'll be ready to sell, right? That's our hope. I'll follow up with them 3, 6, 9, 12 months from now, and maybe they'll be ready. But the crucial element that we left out was what? We have no what with them?
Trust.
Trust, rapport, relationship. Because we're all focused in on the 1% that are ready to sell right now. So Tony, your question that came in the chat, I described the problem, but how do we evaluate our sites to see what's going and what's going to work and what we should be doing? You have to reverse engineer it first. Ask yourself, what do you need to have for your type of market, for your type of audience, the customers that you have, right? What do I need to have to support the person that's not ready today? What do I need to have in place that's ready, but is trying to decide between real estate agent that's pulling my arm this way and Tony pulling my arm this way? What do I need to have in place that, all right, I'm not going real estate agent, I'm not going for sale by owner, but why you over this investor?
Need a drip campaign.
What do I need to have? It may be a direct mail or a drip campaign, John, right? That's a nurture element to it, but there's information. Liz and Marie did a phenomenal job. They've got something for that person that's, they know they need to sell. They're thinking about selling, right? They're a little deeper in that information gathering stage. They only know one way though, and that's real estate agent. And now they're learning there's another opportunity. The Save Now video series, ebook, all that stuff is for that person. But what about the person that's not even ready to sell, right? That's too far down the track for them already. It's already a high threshold. So I need something previous to that I can draw traffic in on that warms them up, that gets them into that piece, that when they get into that piece, they're now ready to move to the next tier. Does this make sense? But now we have to hit the rewind button and go back. I don't know how many weeks ago has it been since I did the talk on who's your actual niche. Because to say I'm a real estate investor and I help people in their real estate needs, that's like saying I'm a doctor and I help people feel better. Andrea, you're a doctor. You help people feel better. My leg's falling off. I need surgery. Can I come help you? Or can I come to you? Will you help me? No. Needles, suction cups, herbs. I ain't gonna do shit with my leg falling off. Right? And we're laughing, but this is think about it. This is what businesses do. They're like, oh, I do this. I'm an accountant. Really? Who do you I'm an attorney. Well, I got a speeding ticket. Can you help me? No, I do family law. I can't help you. Well, then you're not an attorney. You're a what? You're a family law attorney. So I know where to go for those answers. Again, not picking on the real estate folks. But Tony, to your question, how do we evaluate our website? Go through your website and ask yourself, the audience, the type of real estate deals you want to do, is it clearly defined on your site? And if it's not, no big deal, right? Many of you guys, you just came to us because you needed something better. You needed something that was actually going to be worth your time and effort to put into it, because it was going to give you results if you did, versus the other platform that wasn't giving you anything, no matter what you did. So good. Now we've at least got that part checked. Now the next problem or result, right? The problem you're trying to solve is, how do I do it? The result is, I want leads coming in, right? I want my website working for me. Great. Here's the answer to the problem. How do I make it happen? Go through it. Start asking yourself, the audience, the type of individuals that I do business with, is it clearly defined? If it's not clearly defined, then we need to work on that first. And get that message tight, so that when the right audience gets on my site, they're like, ah, this company is what I need. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to be ready to do business with you today. So then the next problem is, how do I warm them up? How do I move them down the track? Great. Now I start looking back. What do I have? What do I need? What can fit where? Liz and Marie, well, I got a really good piece for this level of the journey, but I have nothing out here for the bottom part of the journey. So now I got to go back to the work. This is working well. I got this developed out. Cool, that works. Now, what can I create that feeds them into that? Our 7-step mini course is the person that's a little deeper in, knows they want to redo their site, knows they want to redo their online presence, and is kind of thinking about maybe bootstrapping it themselves. What feeds them into it? The podcast, the blogs, the emails, social media. All right, we help answer some of the little questions, and then when they start to build some trust, it's like, all right, you want the exact 7 steps that we would use? Go get those 7 steps over here. A little deeper in the relationship with us, a little more time commitment, right? Don't confuse dollar signs as it always has to be money exchanged. It's just if somebody's willing to spend 4 hours watching our videos, they're a little deeper in the relationship with us. They've got a little more trust with Roger and I. If they're willing to jump on and watch our podcast recording or listen to our podcast episode that we try to make it 25 minutes, but Roger always waits to 38 minutes to hit me with something that gets me fired up and emotional. And then we end up going for 45, 50 minutes, right? If they're willing to spend the 50 minutes on it, they're a little deeper into it. But I guarantee you the people that are reading our blogs and that's all they're doing is just reading the blog and not doing anything else, they're not ready for 50 minutes of time commitment of getting information and value from us. The blogs are going to move them to it at some point when they realize that the blogs aren't going to get them there themselves. They need more, right? Just like the podcast. We have people that watch our podcast, listen to our podcast, engage with the podcast emails, but they haven't gone on to the 7-step series yet. But guess what? In time, they're going to realize that Roger and I will never disclose all the answers that they absolutely need on the podcast in the right order at the right time to move their business. Or if we do, it's going to take them a really long time to get it all. So they're going to want to fast track the process, and they're going to go where? 7-step process. Then they're going to go through the 7-step process, and they're going to realize this is a lot of work. They're going to try to do it on their own, and it's a lot of work. But guess what's on every single page of the 7-step process with the videos? There's a nice little form that says, if you're tired of doing this by yourself, book a call with us, and we'll talk to you and show you how we can help you achieve what you're trying to achieve. Now I got them on a call. Well, guess what? Not everybody I talk to on a Zoom call and talk about their stuff ends up becoming a client right there in the moment. They get off the call and they say, that was really great information. 3 days later, they reach out to me and they say, hey, Shawn, do you have any examples of this, this, and this? Absolutely. Let me go back to my marketing side and see what we have on this bag of arsenals, right? To fire out to them to help move them to ultimately saying, all right, I'm ready for a client. And I can tell you right now, those that are looking at our Content Pro Accelerator and Dominator out of the gate, right? A little more seasoned, a little more money in their investment pool. That process takes longer to get them committed and closed than somebody that's at the foundation level. But the only way I get those people to close up there, or Roger gets those businesses to commit up at that higher level, is because we've built the journey, and our sales and our marketing talk to each other and support each other, not fight against each other or confuse. And here you guys thought we were getting on a call tonight to talk about how do I get leads in my business. Sounds like Shawn just dumped a wheelbarrow full of work on your lap. I'll go as far as saying this. You want to know why your competition or the people, when you Google the ones that are showing up at the top, why they're getting all the business and why you don't? They have all this that I just talked about in place. They understand how to pull people through, how to be a magnet with their business, right? Pulling this person along, slowly working them in, meeting people every step of the way in the journey with what they need in that moment. Not coming at them with one offer. Does anybody remember how Amazon got started? What was their first product that they sold?
CDs and books.
CDs and books. Does Amazon turn into who they are today, still selling just CDs and books? No, look at Barnes and Noble. They're not really a beast, and all they sell is books. Who did Amazon want to compete against?
Was it Barnes and Noble?
Walmart.
Walmart. Absolutely right. Alibaba, Gab. Yeah, that's the Chinese version of Amazon. Alibaba. Amazon wanted to compete against Walmart. Walmart was the place. You needed something, didn't matter what it was, go to Walmart, right? Walmart had everything. Amazon wanted to do it online. They wanted to compete at that level. They can't just sell books and CDs. They had to meet the person at the journey point that they were at every step of the way. And now look what they've created. You need something. What's the first thought that you have in your head? Let me see if Amazon has it. You need to Amazon your business. And it can't be done overnight. It's not something that by next Monday, you're all going to get on this call and say, all right, Shawn, I got all of it in place. It's all done. No. Prioritize. Think about it. What's the most valuable piece that you need right now? Get working on that first. Someone like Tony, you just asked that question. The first thing he needs to do is sit down and look at his website and make sure, am I very clear when I get them there, who I actually help and how I help them? If I have that, great, cool. Now I can move on to the next step. If I don't, boom, that's what I got to focus on. Let me get that done. Now it's good to go. So on, so on, and so on. Questions? Because if I don't shut up, you got me all fired up now. You got me, I'm like, who's got what questions? I know somebody's got some more. Nothing? All right, cool. See you guys next week. Go get to work.
Thank you.
Actually, hold on. Who just?
No, I need to know. Got some ideas on what to do?